Hello, I have a favour to ask. I have three people in mind. Greater Sapien, Craig from Fight the Flat Earth, and Critical Think from Australia Down Under. Now, the problem that I do not have access or the know-how with computer graphics to emphasize the point that I'm going to make in this video. So my favour that I have to ask either one of you three guys or anyone else who has the relevant skills, can you make a better version of this video with the points that I'm going to make in this video? So can you redo this video but with the computer graphics, please? That's the favor I have to ask. Okay, so I'll catch you on the other side, and if you can, it'd be really great, because I think I've got some really good points, cracking points to make. Thank you very much. Okay, bye. Right, by my humble graphics, we have the globe model. Now, this represents the moon cycle. Obviously, this is the sun and the sunlight. The globe model explains the eclipse, explains the lunar eclipse, and as I've stated before, the cycle of the moon, once a month, etc., etc. So there we have the globe model. Now, the problem that the flat earth model has, and what flat earth believers has to explain, is three problems. Problem number one, okay, this is the flat earth model. As you can see here is the sun, as you can see here is the moon on the flat earth model, and this is the rotation, the direction of the orbit, right? Well, according to this, everyone on Earth should see a full moon 365 days of the year, which, well, I don't need to tell you, we don't see a full moon 365 days a year. And this model they would have to explain, well, when we see the moon once per month or so, approximately, when we don't see the moon, where does the moon go when we don't see it? Okay, if it hovers over a flat earth, there's no obstacles in its way, right? And the sun is shining on the moon, or whether it's self-illuminating, whichever theory they come up with, it's still hovering over a flat earth with no obstacle in its way. So when it disappears out of our sky and it comes back a month later, where does the moon go? That's problem number one. Then we come to problem number two, the eclipse. Okay, right, well, okay, go back to number one. According to their model, it rotates opposite the sun. So how does the eclipse take place if it rotates like this? Unless the speed of the orbits are different. So there must come a time when the moon goes in front of the sun. Problem, look at the angle of the shadow. The angle of the shadow, right? You could see the angle, the shadow is long. Now, why is this a problem? Because if you're on the Earth looking up at the eclipse, with that angle, you're not going to get the classic diamond ring effect. You see? The only way you're going to get a diamond ring effect is if the sun is at this angle. Here's the flat earth, there's the moon, there's the sun, the sunlight comes down, as you could see, and the shadow would form a perfect circle on the flat earth. And if you're standing here looking up at the moon, that's when you get the diamond ring effect. But this is contrary to their actual model, because as you've seen, if I just go back, let me go back. If we go back to the model, you could see every flat earth model has this diagram and you would have that effect. It goes, according to them, unless they're going to say that sometimes the sun orbits up vertical and the moon goes underneath it. They have to explain all this. This is a problem that they will have to explain, because this does not tally up with reality. But if I were to go back to the globe model, well, that explains everything beautifully, because you not only do you have the cycles of the moon, why you only see it once a month, but it explains the eclipse, why you would get the diamond ring effect, and also why you would get the lunar. That's another thing I forgot to mention. Why you would get the lunar eclipse. It's another thing the flat Earth can't explain. It can't explain. How do you? If I just draw it in front of you now, how do they account for the lunar eclipse? How do you account for the lunar eclipse? Where's the shadow of the curve? It cocks up, unless the only get out of jail card I could see with that is if they want to say, well, that's the shadow of the dome. That's the only get out of jail card they've got, but that still doesn't explain. All the other problems. You see what I'm saying? The answer was staring me in the face, and I don't know why I didn't think of it sooner. But there you go. If you can make a better version of this very crude video that I've made here. And another point I want to make very quickly before I go about the flat earth believers. This is something I found very telling. Whenever you mention two words to a flat earth believer, space tourism. Now, logic would say that if you are convinced that you have the answer to the shape of the earth, that space tourism would work in your favor, because finally everybody, the general public, could go up and see for themselves that you were telling the truth all along, if you believe that you are truly correct that the earth is flat. So you would be more than happy, you would welcome the concept of space tourism. You'd be over the moon. As far as you're concerned, you can't wait quick enough for space tourism to begin. But it's very telling and very strange how every flat earth believer is very opposed to the concept of space tourism. They seem very threatened. They dismiss it. They're very critical about it, and they're very negative towards it. What can I say? Anyway, let me know if you, if anyone could make a better video of this graphic wise, please contact me and let me know. And thank you very much for watching my very crude and very rough and unprofessional video. Thank you very much. Bye.